How's everybody doing today? My name is Peter Jobst and I'm your IT consultant, and we are talking about a great topic today. It's a application performance monitor called New Relic. It's something that we use, and I just had to make a short little video about it for anybody who's running an application, any kind of application, even a small website. This is a great service that you can use to monitor your application. So some people were asking me online the other day, like, how do you guys do troubleshooting? So I wanted to bring this to you, this information. This one is from Pantheon. This is a free account, and I'm just using this as a demo account because I wanted to kind of show you what are some of the things in it. And so let's kind of get started. We're going to talk about what is an application monitor versus just a monitor of infrastructure, your servers. Servers monitoring will be, hey, it has this much CPU and it's using up this much RAM, and which is all helpful stuff. But when you're running an application, a lot of times what happens is that the server is running, but the application is not performing very well. And inside of New Relic, they have these different apps that you can monitor, that you have, and it tells you exactly what's going on with them. And the one that I really like is this thing called an AppDex score. And the AppDex score rates a user's satisfaction with your app. This is such a great metric because sometimes you can have high CPU, but the user's having a good experience. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it has low CPU and your user is having a terrible experience. Application monitor means that it monitors your application and it alerts you when something is happening. In our jobs, we come along where things are running pretty good, and then all of a sudden something happens and the application performance just tanks. And it can be a whole bunch of different things that it could be. And when we come in here, this tool lets us pinpoint what the culprit is within like 5 minutes. And this is why I love using it. So I'm just going to take you through the screen here a little bit. And you can kind of see here on the left, the things that I like to look at are, here's an overview. And here's your AppDex, which tells you, like, if you're in the blue, the green, the yellow, you're having your site may be busy, but it's working. If you start to get down into the red, users are starting to feel a performance hit, and you probably want to do something about that, where you wouldn't want it sustained in there over a long period of time. It tells you all the transactions that are running on here. We have our some Pantheon. For this is a very small site, and it tells you these are some drush.php, which is part of Drupal, and it's actually taking up more system resources than anything else on here. This view pages is the next thing that's taking up. And look, it breaks it down. View pages, MySQL, watchdog insert, MySQL, alias select. It tells you how long to view pages. So like when somebody goes to the website, it shows up right here. This is where a lot of troubleshoot happens, which is in the actual MySQL database here. Look at all this. I mean, this is just a small little app, and like, I can totally tell what's happening with this application right here. You know, these are all the MySQL commands, the queries that are happening right at this time. This is what's bogging your site down. This is how you would come here and you would see one of the top things that says most consuming time of a process or a SQL query that's happening. This is what we used to do all the time, of going actually onto a MySQL server and finding out what's a slow query that's running. And it would take us a lot of time to go hunt it down. Now right here, look, it's just right there. It's right there. And you know, if you're a developer or if you're a company who's started to build an application, you need to be running New Relic on your systems. Just so you know, it hooks into every major cloud provider, Google Cloud, Amazon, Azure, Rackspace. It has plugins for everything. It can monitor anything. It's different than just getting a monitoring system like some people use SolarWinds or even like Pingdom or Activity Monitor on their computer. This is kind of like, I would say, Activity Monitor on steroids. And why should you be using it, more importantly, is because when you want to troubleshoot an issue and when you want to monitor your application, this is the best place to come to see how your application is really performing, and you can fine-tune it here very easily. And the next thing is like, who's using it? This is for your developer. So if you own a business and you have an application, you better ask your developer, are we using New Relic today? That's what I have for today. Again, my name is Peter Jobst, and I'm an IT consultant. I'm always here to help. When you guys have questions, leave them down below. If you liked this little video, go ahead and click the like. Subscribe if you want to follow us all the time. I would deeply appreciate that. And thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll take it out of here.